Oil just crashed to its lowest level in 4 years, and Bitcoin might be about to explode because of it. While everyone's panicking about tariffs and recession fears, smart money is quietly positioning for a $69,000 Bitcoin bounce. Here's what they know that you don't. Right now, crude oil prices are tanking hard. We're talking below $60 a barrel. And here's the crazy part. When oil drops like this, it usually means inflation is about to cool off. Lower oil means cheaper gas, cheaper shipping, cheaper everything. And when inflation drops, the Federal Reserve gets room to cut interest rates. That's rocket fuel for Bitcoin. But there's more to this story. While traditional markets are freaking out, something massive is happening behind the scenes in crypto. We're in the middle of the biggest banking system upgrade in history, and most people have no idea it's even happening. Let me break this down super simple. There's this thing called ISO 20022. I know, sounds boring and technical, but trust me, this is huge for your money. ISO 20022 is basically a new language for banks. Think of it like upgrading from flip phones to smartphones, but for the entire global financial system. Right now, when banks send money to each other, they use old, clunky systems from the 1970s. Seriously, your Venmo payment moves faster than a bank wire between countries. ISO 20022 fixes this. It lets banks send way more information with each transaction. More data, more security, faster speeds. Here's why you should care. By 2025, which is literally this year, SWIFT, the network that handles most international money transfers, is requiring all banks to use ISO 20022. We're talking trillions of dollars flowing through this new system, and certain cryptocurrencies are built specifically to work with it. Cardano, ticker symbol ADA, is one of the big ones. Charles Hoskinson, the founder, built Cardano from day one to be compliant with these banking standards. It's designed to bridge the gap between traditional finance and crypto. That means when banks need to move money using blockchain technology, tokens like ADA are positioned to be part of that infrastructure. Other ISO 20022 tokens include XRP, XLM, YLGO, and HBAR. These aren't just random altcoins. They're cryptocurrencies specifically engineered to speak the same language as the new banking system. Think of them as translators between old finance and new finance. Now back to Bitcoin and this oil situation. History shows us a clear pattern. When oil crashes and inflation expectations drop, the Fed usually pivots toward easier money policy. That means lower interest rates and more liquidity in the system. And Bitcoin absolutely loves liquidity. We saw this exact play in 2019. Oil dropped, Fed cut rates, and Bitcoin rallied from 4,000 to 14,000 in 6 months. Same setup in late 2020. Oil collapsed during COVID, Fed went full money printer mode, and Bitcoin went from 10,000 to 69,000. Right now, Bitcoin is hovering around 94,000. If this oil crash forces the Fed's hand, and they signal rate cuts are coming sooner than expected, that 69,000 level everyone's talking about, that's not the target. That's the floor. We could see Bitcoin push toward new all-time highs by summer. But here's what you need to watch this week. First, pay attention to Fed officials speaking. Any hint about changing their interest rate timeline will move markets fast. Second, watch the correlation between oil prices and Bitcoin. If oil keeps falling and Bitcoin starts climbing, that's your confirmation this thesis is playing out. Third, keep an eye on those ISO 20022 tokens, especially Cardano. As more banks adopt these new standards throughout 2025, these tokens could see serious institutional interest. We're not talking about meme coin pumps. We're talking about actual utility and real-world adoption. The smart money isn't following the crowd right now. While everyone's scared about tariffs and trade wars, they're looking at the bigger picture. Falling oil, potential Fed pivot, and a banking system upgrade that brings crypto and traditional finance closer together. That's a powerful combination. This is educational content only, not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Markets are unpredictable, and you should never invest more than you can afford to lose. Follow Stack Daily 60 for daily crypto and money tips.